Welcome back to your boy Destination Trucker. As you can tell, folks, I am shaved, and I'm supposed to get paid today by that last company I work for, and for some reason they decided they were going to mail out my paycheck. So now I got to go see them, get my paycheck. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, how come you don't do direct deposit? Or how come you're not doing direct deposit? And he said, oh, we don't do that. Well, my last paycheck you fucking direct deposited. Hey, let's head out there. All right, folks, so we are just about there. We'll go in and see what they have to say. See if there's any issue with this. So anybody that's out looking for a trucking job, make sure that you do not go for preferred carrier, because they're not preferred by me anyways. So let's head there. All right, folks, so we are out of there. They gave me attitude in there. They were saucy, ignorant. Yeah, disrespectful. They were very disrespectful and ignorant. So, like I said, anybody looking for a job in Alberta, driving truck, do not go to preferred carrier. If you can't talk to someone with respect, you know, the way, you know, how do you expect me to talk to you if you're going to talk to me disrespectful? Do you know what I mean? How am I supposed to talk to you with respect if you can't do it to me? And they're very ignorant in there. Very, very ignorant. They all had an attitude. You know, and she's like, oh, you didn't even give us a notice that you left. Usually when someone quits, they don't give a notice. They quit. Right? I'm quitting. This company isn't working for me. I'm quitting. Right? So don't get it, you know, don't get it twisted. Right? And straight up, I quit, and that's all there is to it. You don't have to give me attitude about it, like, oh, you poor thing, right? Like, give me a break. Anyways, let's head into Edmonton again. All right, folks, so I dropped the family off, and I jumped in the truck here, and I'm heading down the registry to get my license renewed. I know you're probably already saying, oh, what are you doing driving? Isn't your... Yeah, they are, but we'll get her done here anyways. The wife, she didn't want to do it, right? She was too busy doing other things, didn't want to help me out, but anyways, we'll get her done here now, and I'll be good. Hopefully there's no issues. I mean, I had enough bad news this month. Let's just, lady, just drive. Let's just get this done and go on with my day. So I'll see you when I get out of here. All right, folks, so we are good. I just got my license. As you can see, that's what they give you in here in Alberta. You don't get your driver's license. You get a piece of paper, and then they send the driver's license. You get it about 2 weeks later. So this paper is basically my stating that I have my license renewed. 5 years. Cost me $84. So I'm good to drive, which is a bonus. You know, at least I don't have to worry about it for another 5 years. You know, most people, it only costs them $85. Well, it cost me almost $1,000 to get my license renewed, between my fines and having to get the medical and and then this here. Fun times, folks. It's great to spend money and give it back to the government, right? You know, more people should be like that, giving money to the government. I said to the wife, I said, you know, it's pretty sad, right? Like, you know, I haven't made it this year, but in the last 5 years, I've made roughly, I shouldn't really say this, but I made about $120,000 a year. Well, you know, and the government takes basically 25% of that. You know, really, that's what they took. I think all said and done, I paid I shouldn't say the government. Altogether, I think I paid about $30,000 into taxes. You know, with everything, with with everything. Anyways, so that's good. I got my license. So I got confused there, man. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is, I made 120,000. The government took about 30,000. So I made about 90,000 a year, right? Which is pretty good. It's pretty good income. But the government taking 30,000, and only reason that I get taxes back and don't have to pay in is because I get to claim my meals because I was on the road trucking, right? That was the only benefit of getting taxes back. And I still never got a lot back. I hear people get like 8-9 grand back and stuff, man. Yeah, I don't know how you get that back, but I only got 35. Most of the time, that's what I got. I got around 3,900 back, right? But you're still not, you're not comparing to what they're taking. I mean, they give you a couple thousand back, yeah. In reality, I mean, what you're claiming for your meals, you're spending more than that eating anyways. All right, folks, so I'm back home. So I want to break this down for you, okay? So the company that I went to work for, Preferred Carrier, okay, the reason why I left is because the dispatcher, one of the dispatchers or whatever she was in the corner, she's part owner of the company. She's basically the boss's daughter kind of deal, right? Well, she was very ignorant, so I left that company, and that's Preferred Carrier. I want everybody to know this, Preferred Carrier. Never go work for them. They're ignorant as hell. They have no respect for anybody. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say here is, okay, so my first paycheck, they direct deposited. It was no issue. So I wake up this morning and my paycheck is not in the bank, and I'm like, well, what the hell is going on, right? So I make the phone call, I call them, and it turns out that they're going to mail it out. I said, no, you're not going to mail my... Like, what kind of company does stuff like that? Like, that is just, in my opinion, just asshole-like, right? Straight up, that's what it is, asshole-like. Okay, so then it turns out I go out and I get it, right? And it's not what it's supposed to be, okay? First off, they said they were going to pay me for my orientation. Did not pay me for my orientation. So we'll get that out of the way right now. They did not pay me for my orientation. Then my first paycheck, they paid me for my second week paycheck too, right? Which, in reality, I would have been okay with, but the paycheck was like, I work for a lot of trucking companies, and basically the paycheck was like less than 1 week's work on the first one. And I figured, well, maybe because, it wasn't that much or something, like maybe there was something, right? So then I get the second one, and it's even lower. And I'm like, there's something going on here now, right? Like, So anyways, it just goes to show you the company is ripping people off. They don't send you your moves, and don't tell you your mileage, which most companies, trucking companies do. They'll send you the move with the mileage so you can keep track of how many miles you're going, right? That's how trucking companies work. Okay, now this here one didn't do that. They sent you the move, but didn't send you the mileage because they don't want you to know how much mileage it is because they're going to rip you off. That's exactly what they're doing, okay? So, with that said, the second thing that pissed me off with that company was they had me going in the woods, right? Why should I be going in the woods when you're paying me by the kilometer? I didn't sign up to go back into the oil industry, right? Here I was hauling stuff up, and like, no. I wanted the highway stuff, not going into the woods with a load. I mean, and if that's the case, you pay me double for the drop, right? Just because I have the experience doesn't mean you're going to abuse it, So that was the other thing with the company. So, and the third thing was their attitude, right? So anyways, I go in there today and I talk to them about it and say, like, what's going on? Why is this here? And why, okay, well, I didn't get paid for the orientation. And they tried to, oh, yeah, no, you did. It's here. And this and that. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, at the end of it, I'm like, you know what, whatever. Okay, I'm out of there. I just to let you all know, I start my other job Monday morning. So I am going down to Calgary Sunday night in a hotel, get up Monday, and I write my UTV, that's all-terrain vehicle course. So anyways, with that said, that was the other issue, right? Like, you know, like I was missing stuff, and at the end of it, I just said, you know what, whatever, right? And she had the snobby attitude. She's like, well, you just quit. You didn't give us no notice. What the hell does that have to do? When someone quits and they don't want to be at a job, you just quit, man. Like, you don't give them a notice and say, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to give you... If I don't like the job, I'm not going to stay there and suffer, you know, like... Anyways, so, folks, with that said, we got that taken care of. I basically brushed it off. You know what I mean? I went to work for that company for 2 weeks too long. So that there's my opinion, and anybody that's out there looking for a trucking job in Alberta, stay away from preferred carrier because they're only out to rip you off. Another one that I know of too, and it's actually posted, I'm not the one that is the first one, it's all over there. I believe it's West Can or Can West or something like that. It's one of them. If you Google it, you'll find out the name of the company and what people have to say about it. Because people do write stuff up about companies, man. You know, this is not the 1990s anymore or 1980s, right? This is 2020 we're going on, right? People do this stuff. You can't run a business without being legit. Because people will write comments and people will see it, right? So with that said, don't drive for preferred carrier, and that's why, because they prefer not to drive for. So anyways, with that said, now we'll talk about the new job. Okay, so folks, I got the call this morning, after all my bad stuff that's going on, you know, with, you know, everything today, I get the call. Oh, we got percolator there. What are they bringing us, boys? What are they bringing us? Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, I got the call today. I got to do a course tonight. I had to send them my banking information, my abstract, and I said to her right on the phone, my abstract is rough. You know, it's rough. So, anyways, they'll get it. I'm not actually driving, so I don't, you know, like, they don't need me to drive. You know, like, she's like, well, I hope you're not going to do that, whatever. I said, look, what I do in my personal vehicle is my own business, right? What I do in the company vehicles is not what I do on my own. What happened, folks, I'll tell you right off the bat. I was in the wrong, right? There was a car going slow. I was coming up, and there was a car going like 30 kilometers an hour. I did not notice that in between the car that was in front of me and the other car that was in front of the cop, right? I didn't notice there was a cop in the middle of two vehicles, and I just got out in the other lane and passed them. In a construction zone, got caught. Yep, there's one fine. There's an automatic 5 demerits, so just so you know. Yeah, I believe that's what it is, because I got 5 demerits. Unless they gave me 3 for that and 2 for the other thing. But the other one was, folks, I was going up the highway, and a car cut in front of me and slowed down. Like, literally passed me, pulled in front of me, and then slowed down. You know, and I was like, well, why would the people, and that's the way people drive here in Alberta, they just fucking are out to kill themselves. But anyways, I just got out in the other lane and blew by them. Didn't notice the cop under the overpass sitting there with the radar, or whatever you want to call it, the laser. So he dinged me. I was doing, I think he clocked me at 120. I was doing, and the speed limit was 100, so I was doing 20 over. And there's stuff that happens. So anyways, with that said, that's what's going on. I got my license. That's all taken care of, thank God. So I go to work Monday. If you like this video, give it that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.